My Swiss immigrant grandfather had a dairy farm. I loved the gambrel-roofed yellow barn with its 2-story alfalfa stack, Tarzan ropes hanging everywhere, baby calves sliming our fingers trying to find milk, bullfrogs going silent in the main ditch until our chattering grew distant. I remember proudly walking back on the tractor lane to Grandma's after raking dirty pea vine hay on a 50s vintage Ford tractor. My cousin had given me a 5-minute session on how to drive forward and shut it off. My face was black, and all Grandma could see was my ear-to-ear grin. Every time we left, I cried all the way up Clearview Hill on Highway 9 and looked back until the green marshland fields disappeared. I had dreams of being a veterinarian, but the nuns at my small Cowlitz Mission school wouldn't have thought much of that. For nearly 44 years, I was a surgical nurse, an outpatient nurse, and then a department manager. But my 5-acre parcel was my paradise: gardens, orchards, small pastures. I stood behind my barn in my bathrobe and slippers, sipping my morning coffee, staring at the local jungle. I'd ridden horseback into that dark canopy, winding along disconnected wildlife trails. After logging, it had been prime Cascade blackberry picking, but then self-seeded alder, 12-foot-tall Himalayan blackberries, and 6-foot salmonberry took over. I had returned the previous weekend after working at a sister hospital to a message from the owner asking if I was interested in buying that jungle. I was 58 years old, looking to retire in a few years. What was I thinking? My friend Mark offered to help clear the brush and cut the scrub alder on the 26.5 acres. He was good at running the 2 old bulldozers I'd found, though sometimes he couldn't even see through the wall of blackberries and choked alder. The dozer trails never failed to return him, and the jungle got smaller. I can't drive my land now without memories. A cattle sweep, round pen, and new orchard sit where slash piles were. There's where I found pieces of a misery whip, a 2-man handsaw, buried near an old-growth cedar stump. Will my successor see how much work went into making my tractor trails, or understand how much they mean to me? Sometimes I just walk out there to remember to be grateful. It keeps me healthy and grounded. My joints ache, and I sleep a little later in the morning. But my 12-year-old self smiles. And my old self loves the sound of my tractor starting.